Okay, Gary, thanks for joining us for this first one, heading into pre-season. Bit of an update for the fans regarding the what's going on at the club.
Yep.
Let's talk about the players we've already signed this season. Start with Lucas Cavagnari, the goalkeeper.
Well done.
Tell us about him and what you expect from him this season.
Well, we've been watching him for the whole of the season. We asked permission to get him down to train with us for I think it was 2 or 3 weeks, and we were pleased very much with what we saw. And Sean McDonald was doing a great job in our team, and but we felt that we needed another senior goalkeeper to go with Sean. Obviously, competition's good in this case because they will help each other improve with the competition. So, but he's got 6'3", 6'4", and looks more like a magician. Somebody who should be a magician doing tricks or something. But he's a good handler of the ball, and he's got what it takes to be a very good goalkeeper. And he's a nice lad. He'll fit in with our club's personality, which is good. And we're really pleased we've signed him, and we just got to wait now to see how he performs.
And Imani Little, you had plenty to say about signing him and what he's going to bring to the club, and it could be a bit of a coup for the club that we got him, considering the interest he had in other clubs. Yeah,
it's the same as Lucas as well. There was lots of interest in Lucas, and it's just a matter of being a little bit ahead of the game, making sure that we, like with Lucas, we was allowed to speak to him. With Armani, we couldn't speak to him until a little bit later, till after the playoffs, of course. It was we just knew from the game that we played at Woking that he would be the one that we would want to go and get as one of our influential footballers that we felt would improve us. So we were lucky enough to speak to him. He was happy with what he heard. I was happy what we knew about him and what he said. And so, and he's a very keen lad, as people saw with his interview. So he's we'll talkify him pretty quick, and I'm pleased that we've got a very good quality player for the level that we're going to.
What would you say? How would you describe the negotiation phase at the moment in terms of bringing new players on board?
Well, we've signed 2. There's probably another 2 that's pending, actually, about to come out, maybe. Anyway, pretty close. And then at that point, I think we'll have probably 16, 17 players at that stage. And then we'll probably, unless Roy the Rovers, comes into the picture that we need to sign, we'll probably then look to get 2 or 3 good loans to make up our squad. And but if the season started today, we'd be a little bit short on numbers, but we'd have a quality team, knowing that the 2 that are pending would also be very good for us.
So it's going to be a very exciting time at the moment for the club in terms of things we've announced, things we're doing. Heading into the new season, we've got plenty to be excited about as well with the players we're bringing on. What are your thoughts on, say, like the new kit, the investment into the pitch that we did for the coming season, and elsewhere as well? What are your general thoughts on the way the club is at the moment?
Well, the general thoughts is how I've always thought, that the club's trying to move forward as quickly as it can. Obviously, we're standing on the pitch now. We're probably going to get shot in a minute by the groundsman, but the pitch looks quality. It's certainly going to be ready by the start of pre-season for our first pre-season games. There's lots of little things that we're improving. We need to make sure that we do the same with the training ground. I've seen the new kit previously, but I see it again today, and it's a super kit. It's funny because players love to play in kit that they're comfortable in, and and they'll be very comfortable in this kit, and it's good quality, and it's some good combinations, and I think supporters will enjoy wearing our shirt.
Of course, fresh from being named manager of the season for National League South. Your thoughts on that?
Well, very nice. It's always a nice accolade, and you always accept it. So our successful managers say for the club, on behalf of the club, you're taking it. The directors, you're playing side, you're playing your management staff, you're playing staff, obviously your supporters, and it's a feather in the cap for the football club, because it's not just one person. There's a lot of people, on the pitch, off the pitch, that do a great job here, and it's nice that I can bring them all into it and say that as far as the trophy's concerned, I'll share it with everybody.
Obviously, pre-season's coming up thick and fast. What are your thoughts on it at this particular moment? There's a lot of planning going into pre-season and making sure the players are ready for the season.
Yeah, we've had a big day today with the staff and kit manager. Make sure the kit is is the right size for everybody. Making sure that when the players arrive, they'll feel that the club's moved on again. That'll be whether that's the training ground, the first team pitch, dressing rooms, everything. There's going to be some photos around, not just of old exploits, but some of the new exploits. So that'd be nice, because this will be the future one day. But it'd be nice to acclaim the players that were champions of last season, and we need to make sure that the board in the outside the dressing room is up to date, because I think only it stopped a couple of years ago. Or did it stop when Downsy got player of the season? I don't know.
No point in continuing.
No, exactly, no. So anyway, so little things we need to do, and we need to just keep pushing forward. But to be fair to George and Clark and Mel and Thea, they're doing everything they can to make sure that this club does move forward. So credit to them.
Talk about pre-season again. What can the players expect from the pre-season work on the training pitch?
Pre-season's going to be like it always was and always will be and should be. It's going to be tough, but that's why we make sure that they have a programme, that they have a 2-week, 3-week period where they do nothing and they can enjoy themselves and do whatever they need to do. But then the next 3 or 4 weeks leading up to pre-season, when they come back, needs to have a little bit of work done. And they do that individually. They know that if they come back not as fit as we expect them to be, then there won't only be double sessions, there'll be treble and maybe quadruple sessions in a day. We've got to make sure that we hit the ground running. I've said that, the boys know that I mean that, and we'll see. Make sure that they all come back like Usain Bolt.
Let's talk about the pre-season fixtures. It's a good mix in there, isn't there? And you pick these teams, and other people pick us for a particular reason. That when they do, don't they? It's all worked out, isn't it?
It is worked out, yeah. I mean, the first couple give you the opportunity to play your whole squad, just to get into it. It's quite early. That's another reason why the boys had to come back, ready, because the game comes, whatever it is, 10 days after we come in for pre-season. So. The first 2 games would be like probably 45-minute run-outs for everyone, maybe a couple of trialists, people that we want to have a look at, people that we don't know so well. And then, of course, you've got your Exeter, Plymouth, Swansea games where, you need to get a pattern and a shape, try and work out who might be your starting lineup as the games get later on into pre-season. The last probably 2 games will be first team games where you're picking, lads will know when they come back from their holidays and into pre-season, they'll know that the last 2 games will be first team games in preparation for the first game of the season. So it's up to them to compete for a place for those 2 final pre-season games.
And let's get your thoughts on the makeup of the National League. It's going to be a very tough season. There's a lot of big clubs in the National League. Just your general thoughts looking forward to starting?
Yeah, of course I know it. I've been in it. I've got out of it a couple of times. It is tough, but it's enjoyable because, with all due respect to some of the stadia that we played in the Conference South, you know, there's better stadiums, better pitches. Obviously, you're playing against better players, but from my own point of view, I don't change my methods. We just got to make sure that our players are fitter, even though we're playing against full-time teams. You can still be fitter than the opposition, and that's what we've got to make sure we are. And then it's all about your method, and is your method good enough to win games at the next level? I believe it is. I believe we've got the players to make sure that that method will show out, and I think we'll be very competitive. I know we'll be very competitive. So no, I'm looking forward to it, and you know, some good stadiums, and got a few big trips, of course. One less now, Gateshead, and you know they're not in it now. We've got Aldershot, which is closer, but you've got to hit the ground running if you can, and be up there at the start. So we'll make sure the players are all aware of that, but I'm sure they are, because they've already had me screaming in their ear for most of last season, and certainly through the pre-season.
Well, that's great. Thanks for joining us. So everyone's looking forward to pre-season. I'm sure there's plenty more news to come out of the club.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and it's great to hear about the season tickets being, you know, being well sold, as it were. You know, there's a good number there, and if we can keep that going, and if this, you know, we can keep the club moving on and off the pitch, then who knows where we can end up. So hopefully people enjoy the last couple of weeks of their summer, the last few weeks, and we look forward to seeing them again, and the start of a new campaign, and we'll do our best to bring the success back to Plainmoor.
Great, looking forward to it.
Cheers.